let me start with the first session. And I'm going to invite Dr. George, who has been with the NHS for nearly 30 years and is after educating himself and being the educational lead for rheumatology at Leicester University. He came back to India and he has started the Department of Rheumatology and Immunology at Medical Trust Hospital and now at Jim Care Hospital. It is very important to understand that doctors are an important key to adoption of telemedicine. And I want to hear from him his experience of using telemedicine and what is his advice to the doctors. Dr. George, please, can I invite you?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Uma. Thank you for asking me to be part of this rather august group. I must say I am much of a novice in all this, as my initial initiation to telemedicine and these concepts are through you. Now, since it is probably forced upon us to a large extent because of this pandemic that has happened, there was no way of getting out of it because I have practiced medicine more conventionally, seeing people directly, examining them and taking decisions. And as I trained in Britain, this was really probably highlighted to us as the most important part of medicine. So while I was initially skeptical about how well this would go, I have learned that it has a niche place within the practice of medicine, and certainly it can help large numbers of patients and also manage patient volumes within an outpatient clinic, particularly when that can be the need of the hour in a country like India, where you require access to specialist care, and not everybody has that. So during my short tenure at Jim Care, I would say that I have had a steep learning curve with regard to the telemedicine process that we have. I use it primarily to look after follow-up patients and limit the number of follow-up visits to their clinic. I think a lot of the time that is where in rheumatology we can use it. Rheumatology is a touchy-feely specialty, therefore clinical examination becomes an essential part of providing good rheumatology care, particularly providing good outcomes to patients, as the outcome for these diseases are usually protracted over 10, 20 years. Some of the, and this has certainly been a welcome platform, particularly during this pandemic, because I do not know how I would have contacted my patients had we not had this facility. Now, what are some of the issues that I have come across in the process? One is the educational status of the person at the other end. Being able to use this facility is critical. They have to be savvy with regard to technology. And a lot of our population are perhaps not that well educated. Therefore, getting access to this can be sometimes difficult purely because they do not understand how to use the technology. The second thing is infrastructure. Infrastructure can be difficult. Certainly, we live in a pretty hilly area of Kerala, where internet connections, even my connections, may be not that good. So I don't know whether you can hear me very well, but internet connection can be a bit of a problem when we do this. And certainly that infrastructure, if present, will facilitate this consultation process much better. On the whole, patients have found it extremely helpful. They are reassured by the fact that they can actually see their own doctor at the other end,